even more grooves is the direct sequel to the more grooves sheet that you've previously done. As with the previous sheet, everything on this sheet has a hi-hat pattern going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can use that to match up where the bass drum is supposed to be played. The sheet itself has a couple of things on it that you haven't seen before, such as the quaver rest, which we'll look at in groove 1, or the dotted crotchet, which we'll look at in groove 2. Some of these grooves are deceptively difficult and will require you to really put some time in to make sure that the accuracy is there as well as the consistency, so being able to play them multiple times. You've got a little box in the top right hand corner of the sheet that says that you need to play each one 8 times. So please do remember that although we're demonstrating them here, playing them either twice or 4 times, that actually you do need to get them comfortable and play them 8 times. Number 1 introduces us almost straight away to the quaver rest. Okay, quaver rest is the same value as a quaver, half a beat, and here it's written for the bass drum underneath beat 2. So now the 2 bass drum notes, you've got the first one on beat 1 and the second one on the and of beat 2. In the second half of the bar there are no bass drum notes. So let's play that together slowly once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So take that one to your kit, get it comfortable, and then we'll play it 4 times when you're ready. So here's number 1 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 2 introduces us to the dotted crotchet. Now, the technical side of it, a dot after a note increases the note's value by half as much again. So we all know that a crotchet is worth 1. So a dot after a crotchet will make the crotchet worth 1.5. So that means that the bass drum pattern for the first half of number 2 is exactly the same as the first half of number 1. The difference between how they're written is a dot versus a rest. Okay, but you need to get used to seeing both because both are used in drum music. In terms of the groove itself, number 2 has an additional bass drum note to number 1, but that's the only difference. So let's play number 2 once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Be careful with this one that you do play the 2 consecutive bass drums on the and 3, not the 3 and. So you get 2 and 3, not 2, not 2 and 3 and, like that. A very big difference between the 2. So take that to your kit, work it out, and come back and we'll play it 4 times. So here's number 2 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 3 takes the same idea as number 2, but just puts it in the other end of the bar, so the other half. So instead of going 1 and 2 and, we're now going 3 and 4 and. As with number 2, take it slowly, count it out. So let's play number 3 once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we'll play it 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and. Number 4 takes the idea that we first saw in number 1 and just plays it twice. And you'll see it's been written in 2 different ways in the same bar. Normally you wouldn't do that, but just so you can see how it would work, it's written there for you. So let's play number 4 once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we'll play it 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 5 is one of those patterns that a lot of people struggle with because the bass drum doesn't play on beat 3 where we're used to playing it. Sorry, start that again. Number 5 is one of those patterns that a lot of people struggle with because the bass drum doesn't play on beat 3. It plays on the and either side of it. So if we take it slowly once, it sounds like this. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you're probably going to want to take your time with that one and make sure that everything is lined up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just make sure that that bass drum is really solidly in line with where it should be. Now let's play number 5 4 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 6 is a nice straightforward groove that you are going to end up using a lot, actually as you are with all of these. So work out where your bass drum's going to play and take it slowly. When you're ready, let's play it once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now let's play it 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Number 7 is the reverse of number 6. So what we had on beat 1 and beat 2 is now on beat 3 and beat 4. So number 7 once, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now number 7 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 8 is one that is going to require you to take it really slowly and make sure that everything is in the right place. It's so important that you take your time with this one. The bass drum only plays on the numbers once, and that's on the 1. So your bass drum pattern for number 8 is this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So take your time with this one. Now, let's try playing it once, slowly. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's try playing it 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 9 has the bass drum playing on all the ands but no numbers. Again, as with number 8, it may throw you to start off with, but don't worry, keep practicing. Okay, let's build this one up bit by bit. So we've got the hi-hat playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Add the bass drum 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just hold it there. Make sure you're really comfortable with it. And 4 and add the snare and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and take it really slowly. If you need to take it slower than that, that is absolutely fine. The speed that you play doesn't matter to start off with. Keep it slow, keep it relaxed, but most of all, make sure it's accurate. Okay, accuracy over speed is so important. And now let's play number 9 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 10 has the bass drum playing on every note except the 2 and the 4. So if you take the hi-hat out of it, you're going to have this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then obviously with the hi-hat over it, it's going to sound 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try playing it together slowly. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's try playing it slightly quicker 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 11 is where we start moving the snare drum around a bit more. So rather than being just on the 2 and the 4, we're starting to move it onto ands and both behind the 2 as well as in front of the 4 and moving things around like that. So the hand pattern for number 11 is this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then add the bass drum in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you may need to take a bit of time with this one. And again, that's fine, there's no rush. It's about making sure that the accuracy is there. So let's play number 11 4 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 12 is almost a swap around of number 11, but we've taken one of the bass drum notes out, so don't let that fool you. So let's play number 12 on its own once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now let's play it 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 13 is a constant motion groove where you've got either the bass drum or the snare drum playing with every single note that the hi-hat plays. So you've got this, you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. So get that comfortable first, making sure that your left hand is playing the snare drum, and then when you're comfortable, we can play it together once with everything in. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then number 13 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Number 14 is a groove that you might recognise from bands such as Coldplay, Iron Maiden and the like. It's been used loads. Again, it's a constant motion type of groove, and if you look at it, you can count it in loads of different ways. I'm going to obviously suggest that you count 1 and 2 and all the way through, but you can also count it as 2 3s and a 2, so you got 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. But my preference is that you count it 1 and 2 and. So without the hi-hat, you're looking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, for those of you who are no doubt wondering which Coldplay song, well, if you look at the album, the second album I think it was, the track you're looking for is Clocks. So, and it's played like that. Okay, but we don't need to play it that fast, but unless you want to, of course. So let's play it together slowly once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's play number 14 4 times. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 15 is an inversion of 14. So instead of going snare, kick, kick, we're now going kick, snare, snare. So without the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then with the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can hear what it sounds like. Now let's try playing it together. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's try playing it 4 times together, slightly quicker. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 16 is different again to what we've been doing. Now you've got this steady 4 on the snare. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But the bass drum is filling in 2 of the gaps. So without the hi-hat, number 16 sounds like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then with the hi-hat, obviously it will sound 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Let's try playing it together slowly. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now let's try playing 16 4 times, slightly quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2, 3 and 4 and. 17 takes the same idea as 16, but moves the bass drum to the end of beat 2 and the end of beat 4. Let's play it together once. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's play it 4 times, slightly quicker. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 18 just takes almost 16 and 17 and puts them together, but there's 3 bass drum notes rather than 4. So watch out for the gap, because with 18 it is the gap that gets you. Without the hi-hat you've got this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With the hi-hat, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. So let's try playing it together. Ready? 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Now let's try playing number 18 4 times, slightly quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2, 3 and 4 and 3 and 2, 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 4 and. Number 19 is really where 16 and 17 get pushed together. So you've got this constant snare kick motion. 1 and 2 and like that. Now let's try and play it once slowly. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's play it 4 times slightly quicker. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The final groove on this page is an inversion of 19. So instead of snare kick, we've now got kick snare. 1 and 2 and like that. So let's play it once slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's play 20 4 times, slightly quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's the end of the sheet.